It's really tough. I've had easier podiums in the touring car than that one there. I was pushed all the way and kept honest the whole time. So I'm feeling fairly deserving of that one now.
Denwood for the final race of the year. Away we go. Stuart Boyce versus Brian Bentley on the front row, and it's Stuart Boyce that makes the best start. The grid being sorted from the race 1 result for the first time in 2012, and Andrew Chang now looks up on the inside of Bentley, returning to Richie's corner for the first time, and it is then Boyce that leads. In second, Bentley. Third is Andrew Chang, and then on board with Kevin Denwood we run in fourth, and we head down to the hairpin for the first time. This is where we had a few incidents in race 1. You see Stuart Boyce is flying away from the pack. He's got a big lead already to the 2009 Stock Cats champion Ryan Bentley. Forward with Colin Bicef, we exit the Chapman curve, and in front of him they are running side by side. We've got Dave Mountain, who looks like he's going to lose out here, and just moving in front of Mountain is Martin Gambling. So they run side by side, they go underneath the bridge into Brundle, and Mountain fighting back. And this is in fact, it's Roach even, number 65, Simon Roach, and following through Bicep, go up on the inside, over the curve, sideways out the corner, but he makes it through then, so he goes ahead of Simon Roach. Simon Roach loses out there, so we head onto the bottom hole on lap 1 here, the Snetterton 200 circuit for the final round of the 2012 BMW Compact Cup, and it is Boyce that leads then, as we said. Second is Bentley, third Chapman, fourth is Denwood, fifth is Hale, sixth Gambling, seventh is Mountain, eighth is Bicep, ninth there is Roach. To round off the top 10 is David Drinkwater in his repaired car. Remember in race 1 a big dent in the bonnet was pushed the bonnet right up. On board with Mark Chang there, he's had problems with the power from his BMW this week, and you can see how much time he's losing down the straight, much further back than he would want to be. Through Richie's he turns to try to gain some time back, but he's unfortunately going to be running back there, much further back than he'd want to. He breaks a bit late there into Montreal, runs out wide. He's not going to make Chapman here, has to cut across the grass, goes sideways, corrects it there, but losing out there towards Gazard in number 40 car, and then number 66 also come through, Bryce Greenwood from the novice drivers in the race. So down, he's going to lose another place here, as we saw in the BMW camera. Coming through the next Colin, Mark Felix as we head. He's late on the brake, you can see Chang just easily gets that position back then into Brundle, and then return through the right hander at Nelson. We hopefully get some more of those positions for the end of the race. Back for fourth then now sees Mark Hales ahead of Kevin Denwood. So they make their way through Murray's then. Simon Roach has lost out to David Drinkwater. Yes, Drinkwater up to 9th. He was actually involved, of course, in that first race, Montreal incident, so that's why he's a bit further down the grid than perhaps he might have been. Now on board of Denwood, this is the replay of what happened. This is how Mark Hales moved up on the inside into Brundle. A good move there. So that puts him fourth, the guest driver, racing the car that Thomas Cole raced at Donington Park. On board with Colin Bicef, then he's right behind Dave Mountain, who's right behind Martin Gamble, and who's right behind Kevin Denwood. Denwood in 5th, Gambling in 6th, 7th is Mountain, and 8th, on board camera. Colin Bicef with a good run there to Dave Mountain. He's going to fight Martin Gambling round the outside as they head down towards Brundle, and he may well get this one done before the corner. Yes, Dave Mountain slots in front, then he goes up a position, up to 6th for Dave Mountain. So they head underneath the bridge, down a gear through Brundle there for Colin Bicef, through the right hander at Nelson. Car gets a bit sideways. Colin Bicef likes to drive the car sideways, it seems. It's been a bit of a feature he's driving in 2012. Good to see, really, the car moving about a lot. Mark Hale's going after Andrew Chang now, third and fourth. That is, but Kevin Denwood in this quartet of cars in the battle for fifth, and David Drinkwater trying to make it a quintet. Him there in ninth position, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do. They've got another queue of cars heading through Murray's there. Right, on board with by South. He's tried to go around the outside of Gambling. In front, Dave Mountain has moved ahead. Oh, Kevin Denwood, and oh, here comes Bicep on the inside of Gambling. Really late on the brakes into Montreal. He just slowed the car up, not to run into race winner this year in the championship, Kevin Denwood. But a place gained then for Bicep. He moved up ahead of Gambling. So now what can he do about Kevin Denwood? The battle for sixth position, heading down towards the old S's and round the outside. This is a strong move from Connie Bowes. The two cars run side by side through Brundle. They're down into Nelson on the inside line. He's got it done. The car gets every sideways on the dirt, and the car slaps back towards onto the grass. The car's round, following by himself, losing the load of positions now. He's going to get it off the grass, but much further down the pack. So Boyce still leads. Second is Bensley, third Chang, fourth is Hales, fifth Mountain. There's a trio of cars out by six with David Drinkwater gets the car all out of shape through Coram Curve. He just managed to hold on to it there, but that was a bit of a moment there. Now where's Colin Bicep? We have to watch out for him. Of now expect him to recover back through the pack. There he is, just behind Warren Gathard as they turn through Murray's. I think maybe it was Bryce Greenwood he was just ahead of. Side by side here with Denwood, but round the outside goes Dave Mountain. In fact, that being a replay, of course, from last lap. Very strong move. That was round the outside from Mountain. Now here with Boyce House move round the outside. It looked to be a good move, but just a bit too far through and out of the car. Really, he'd already lost it before hitting on the grass, and that meant that he wasn't able to save it, unfortunately. And now, of course, Boyce House way down the pack. Mark Hales has dropped back from Andrew Chang and now got Dave Mountain starting to close him in. Meanwhile, side by side behind because Gambling up on the inside into Murray. Strong move, letting it ahead of Kevin Denwood. Denwood trying to fight back now as they head onto the Stenner Straight. So it'll be interesting when they come past us to see what's going on. A big lock up there as well. Is that from Neil Roach possibly as he headed into Murray's? He's slowing it there, perhaps have a timer, but now across the line, Drinkwater's just about got it. Oh, good, Drinkwater's gone past both of them, hasn't he? Because he was behind. So as Gambling and Denwood slowed each other up, it's allowed Drinkwater through the middle of them and go up to fifth position. So onto the brakes. It's sixth position even. Drinkwater's got seventh for Gambling and eighth for Denwood. He slams over the curve there at Montreal. Good racing between these cars. This battle's been the strongest battle all weekend. We've seen it in race 1. We've seen it again here in race 2. Now Gambling defending because Denwood trying to come back at him round the outside as they head into Brundle. Now the cars are level, so Denwood's going to be in front going into the braking zone. Of course, Gambling on that inside line and he's late on the brakes. Slots back in front. They turn through the right-hander at Nelson, then head down towards the bomb hole. Meanwhile, here's your race leader. Stuart Boyce hasn't won a race all year before the race earlier this afternoon, and looks like he's going to get double victory this weekend. And we've had a change of fourth because Dave Mountain's got ahead of Mark Hales. It's a really strong drive this is from Dave Mountain. And here's a Drinkwater, Gambling and Denwood battle for 6th. 6, 7 and 8 there all together. In 9th. Is Mark Gazzard, and then this queue of cars for 10th, and I think the 5th of those it's Colin Bicep, so he's still making his way up through the pack. Be interesting to see how far he can get up before the end. And here's a change almost. There's locking up in front. It's Drinkwater as he slides the car into Montreal on board with Kevin Denwood. He was trying to get ahead of Gambling, wasn't able to do so. Gambling trying to carry the speed through the corners. Escape once again from Kevin Denwood, and that's exactly what it's doing as they head down the Bentley Straight. remain in front then as they head through Brundle and Nelson. And into Murray's is your race leader, Stuart Boyce. Still leads Ryan Bensley and Andrew Chang. That looks to be a podium. And Dave Mountain now in fourth. Now starting to pull away from guest driver Mark Hales. Into trail cars for sixth. They're not quite as tight into battle as they were. Actually looks like Drinkwater and Gambling now sort of the break away from Kevin Denwood. Now what about Colin Bicel's progress when he's now tucked up behind Terry Davies possibly to come up across the line. Could in fact be Stephen Brown, he was behind David Drinkwater then. Still ahead of Martin Gamblin and Kevin Denwood. Not long to go in this race now. Just a few laps of the season, of course. Kevin Denwood's going to try and move back in front of Gamblin. Gamblin's so late on the brakes into Brundle. We saw it last time. But that's almost put him back with Drinkwater again. So looking good for Martin Gamblin to defend that position there. Now go on board with By South then. Who's he attacking here? Down a gear. He's just got a couple of cars to go to the front of this queue now. He's already cleared Stephen Brown. I think Brown. Yeah, so he's cleared Brown. And Terry Davies. Now he clears Stephen Biddle on the inside through Corma. Good move there from By South. Slides the car under braking through Coram and then slides the car out of Murray's, but he gains the position then. And here we're on board then with Kevin Denwood. Gamblin, not perhaps like some brakes he has been, or perhaps Kevin Denwood now just realising he can brake that a little bit later. We've seen Gamblin do it. It's Gamblin back onto the tail of David Drinkwater again. Now Colin By South then has found another car to try and find his way through as he slides the car out there, down towards the bomb hole there. And this is Neil Roach, I believe. Back up a 10th then, so if he gets this place, Colin By Himself into the points, so that would be a good performance. Cars will get the last lap board across the line this time, and already By South pulling out of the slipstream here, trying to come through, and Roach hardly giving him any room, but By South moves in front of Neil Roach and into 10th position. Goes Colin By South. Still got to go on the outside line for Richie just to make sure he gets this done without contact. That's exactly what he's done then, so he moves up the position. David Drinkwater slowing out of Nelson. A disaster after such a good drive. David Drinkwater looks like he could well be going into retirement. Quick replay here on board with Simon Roach, and a moment there, and this it looked like a half spin at least. I think that was from Empiro Stava. So last corner now for Mark Chang. He's down on powered car. Looks like he's 50, but in by Steve Brown in front of him, Terry Davies. And already taken the flag. It's Stuart Boyce. He won again then. Double victory this weekend. He won by over 5 seconds. We'll get official classification of that result. You see passing there, David Drinkwater, and he will finish, but down in 20th. So Stuart Boyce winning by 5.59 seconds to Ryan Bensley got second. Andrew Chang in third. A strong drive from Dave Mountain. He gets fourth. Mark Hales in fifth, and Martin Gambling gets sixth.